Well, in this session we're going to talk about what RPA is, or what its initials stand for, Robotic Process Automation. Or as I like to call it in Spanish, Process Automation with Robots. What is this? Well, the easiest way I have to explain it, especially to people who might not have any prior knowledge about this technology, is that what RPA does, in a way, is to emulate the behavior that we humans have when we're in front of a computer. Therefore, the robot is able, in a way, to emulate us, to emulate our hands, to emulate our sight, but it's important to mention that it does not emulate our brain. So, this type of robot, the only way, or the only kind of decision it can make are binary decisions. In other words, it can make decisions like a 0 and a 1, or a yes and a no. What else does process robotics allow us to do? It also allows us to manage a virtual workforce. What happens if maybe we no longer have just one automated process? What happens if we have 50? What happens if we have 100? How do we manage that from a technological standpoint and from a functional standpoint? So, RPA will also allow us to have an entire structure to manage, essentially, our digital workforce or our robotic workforce. And on the other hand, which was one of the points we mentioned in the introduction, this world of different isolated systems, basically, RPA will allow us to connect them. It will let us create that automatic integration between systems, so we'll no longer need to copy and paste data from one place to another. To sum it up, as I was saying, at its core, RPA is about software robots. They are our hands and our eyes, not our brain. And that's exactly where we, as humans, need to know how to tell the difference. Anyone can imitate our hands and our eyes, and a robot can do that perfectly well, but no one can truly replace each of your brains. In other words, that's exactly where humans make the difference compared to a robot.